Hi everyone, and today we have our regular conversation at Agfluencers, and I'm extremely happy because today we have a female leader. Because as you know, our Agfluencers are created to inspire more women to work in sustainable agriculture and bring their knowledge and their energy to make our planet more sustainable and agriculture make better. So our today's guest is Lakshita Aliva Zein, and she is CMO of aquaculture startup, which calls Banu, and Banu is headquartered in Indonesia. So, hi Aliva, and would you be so kind to tell us a little bit about yourself and about your way?
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Marina. It's an honor for me to have this conversation with you. Hi for all the listeners and also viewers of Agfluencers. My name is Alifa. Yeah, my full name is Lakshita Aliva Zein, but you can call me Alifa. I'm from Indonesia. Precisely, I'm from Central Java. It's one of the island in Indonesia, and now I'm 22 years old. Will be 23, sorry, for this year, and actually have just graduated like 2 days ago, maybe from my university. So yeah, I'm fresh graduated from
Congratulations.
my. Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Marina. I'm majoring.
You can call me
Man-
just Marina. Don't worry about Miss.
oh
Miss is
yeah,
too
yeah.
official. No, that's fine. Call me Marina and that's it. Yes.
Okay, okay, cool. Yes,
And
yes, Marina, of
Eliva,
course.
I know that you have graduated from, also you have very narrow point of your educational background. You are educated in fishery and
Yeah.
aquaculture. Yes.
Actually, specifically in management of fisheries resources. So it might a bit different from aquaculture, but at the end, I'm also learning about aquaculture as well in my major.
Mhm. Okay. So how did you get your way into Banu?
Wow, that's a long story actually, but in a nutshell, I've known Banu like when I was in a fresh year, in my first year of university, and then my one of my lecturer told about the innovation that Banu has made. It's the microbubble generator that used on aquaculture, because like previously the microbubble generator itself is only used by the mechanical engineering. Yeah, it's like in engineering area something. Then the founder, we call it Fajar, is implemented in aquaculture. So it become like a new innovation on the aquaculture area. And once my lecturer told me, then I've started to know about Banu and also the microbubble generator. And then time goes by and I've met the CEO. It's Sally, and like the most she is the most outstanding student from her major, and we've met in like what we call it, like, yeah, that's a competition to have the most outstanding student in my university back then. Then we have known each other, and then Sally asked me to join to Banu because she know that I'm majoring in fisheries, and Banu actually at that time need a person to join and to focus on the fishery sector. So yeah, I've decided to join in Banu, and it was a best decision ever that I've met.
Mhm. So I saw that you have already worked there for 1 year. So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
about this year? You were still the student of the last year, as I understand, of your university, and you were working on Banu. And I've read on LinkedIn about Banu, so you have around up to 10 people in your team, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
So
Yeah.
and also I saw huge history of achievements, milestones. I saw you as the winner of some competitions. So and can you tell a little bit about that as well?
Yeah. So I've joined Banu actually just last year when
Oh,
I was on my final year in university, and along with doing my thesis, and I'm also working on some competition in Banu, because like last year we more focused into the competition, yeah, because we are all still in the university student, though some already graduated. But yeah, we're trying to have working on some competition. But this year we are planning to have the actual business. Like
Mhm.
yeah, we just focus on the product and then developing our research and development. And this year as well, we're planning to launch our product.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and it's very interesting also because when you said Sally, who is, as I understand, she's CEO of the company, yeah?
Yeah.
So she
Mm-hmm.
invited you into Banu, and as you said before, you have this quite good background in fishery management, but it was not
Mm-hmm.
directly related with the area of Banu business. So
Mm-hmm.
and actually I think you had the choice so to continue your like purely fishery management experience or to go to slightly a little bit alternative way. So
Mm-hmm.
what was the main reason that you decided to join Banu? Was it just to get some experience and or what
Ah.
it was?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Sally inviting me is only like yeah, the way the door is open for me, but actually what is the main reason is just because I've learned about fisheries industry for like 4 years in my university, and it's something new for me because like since I was born, I never know anything about aquaculture because like my area is having no sea or maybe an aquaculture people. But then actually there is someone who inspires me a lot. She is the former Ministry of Fisheries in Indonesia. She is Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti. So back then in 2016, when I should choose the major that I have to choose in my university, I've thought about fisheries because of her, Mrs. Susi, because she was so amazing and literally like the definition of woman in crush and a woman leader. Like yeah, she's truly a woman leader. Yeah, and then I choose fisheries. It's like just because I know her and I believe that this sector will be amazing in the next some years because yeah, Indonesia is an archipelago country and we have a lot of potential of fisheries and aquaculture as well because yeah, it might looks different between of the fisheries because it's mostly my major is talking about the capture fisheries, but then yeah, it's still aligned with the aquaculture because yeah, actually we are focusing on the same species that is just fish,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, then I start to fall in love actually with this major. Though the first year was very hard for me because I have to learn something new, and then yeah, all is new basically for me. But then
Mhm.
I can get it well and get it along, and then getting interesting by year, and yeah, I end up on Banu as well. That for me not just because my job, but rather than I have a big responsibility to help kind of fish farmers that previously I met on the field, and then they told me about the problems that they have, and yeah, now I believe that I become part of the solution for the problem that laid on the aquaculture and fishery sector.
Yeah, it's always nice to have some insights from real people who work in this industry, who go day by day to the sea in your case. So if
Mhm.
they are aquaculture farmers, I understand that any feedback from them is priceless.
Yeah,
And
sure.
okay, and as I understand, your first year was quite challenging. Yes, when you was not related to aquaculture and fisheries, and then you started to be involved.
Mhm.
And um, in general, and how do you think? What was the main challenge for you to join not only the new area, but just change your life completely and start your way the fisheries business and aquaculture?
The challenge is actually mostly come from the external, because since first I've done to this industry, to the fisheries industry, like people outside sometimes they say like, what do you do there? Like there's a the industry is only for men, because like we are mostly we know from the fisheries and our culture there's a fisherman, there's no words for fisherwoman, right? That's yeah, for just simply it. Yeah, but that's yeah, like I said before, the challenge is mostly coming from the external, because in Indonesia especially, people like mostly they are looking up to in the corporate person, and they want a settled job, and also agriculture and aquaculture is something left out in Indonesia, so that we have so many potential here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think yeah, people still can look at it as the gold here. So yeah, that's become one of my bottlenecks to do best in this sector. But at the end, yeah, I've focused more into myself. Like this is what I love, and this is yeah, for the first time in my life as well. I know that the definition of the passion itself by doing this job. So yeah, I don't mind of them, like just let them speak what they want.
Yes.
Yeah, I can still keep going.
Aliva, actually, we have already recorded quite a lot of conversations with other women who work. For example, one lady, she has PhD in bioinformatics, and the other is doing agriculture constructions. The third one is doing agronomy, and in different countries, and they are all saying that it's always an issue to go against some society mindset that women,
Yeah,
they just can't do this, so we need to change this, and just
yeah.
by our
Agree, agree.
existence to say no, we can do this, even we are maybe weak on some points, maybe our, as I said in one time, our voices are not so loud as males voices, definitely. But still
Yeah.
can.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So yeah, I think you're doing a great job to Mrs. Marina. Like yeah, you have this kind of
yeah, I'm just very
conversation. Yeah, sorry.
no worries,
I
no worries.
forget to just say your name, because like
No,
in Indonesia we usually say it, like someone older than us with Mrs. or
yeah,
Miss. So yeah.
yeah, I understand. Actually, English is not your first language, yeah?
Yeah.
So you speak Indonesian, and then English is your second language, yeah? Correct.
Correct.
So probably you have started. At what age have you started to learn English?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. Actually, my mom is an English teacher, so
Okay.
maybe when I was younger, yeah, I know a bit about English, because my mom always told me about English words, and also
She
yeah, taught me a
understood the
lot.
value. She understood the value, and she tried to bring you into English as early as possible.
Yeah.
She has done a great
Yeah,
job, actually, because your English is perfect. Yes, that's well done for your
yeah,
mom.
she is.
Uh,
Yeah, sure.
but I mean, still, it's a challenge to explain your thoughts clearly if English is not your first
Mhm.
language. So well done for you as well. I want just to say this, and
Yeah, thank you.
to inspire more women to learn English, even we have, even
Yeah,
we have an accent or our vocabulary is not so good. But anyway, just let's continue.
yes,
So,
great.
Aliva, another question about your
Mhm.
internal world and internal situation inside you. I mean, you told about the external challenge, and you also mentioned that your internal energy and power helped you not to give up. So, where did you get this energy? What books are you reading? I don't know what types of philosophy are you following? Tell us, please, so more people will understand how to be so positive and self confident.
For my internal factor, actually, yeah, I think as a human, like being a humanist is a must. And yeah, because I've done a previous from my previous time in my university, like visited some of the fish farmers, and then yeah, maybe we can say meet some of people that maybe not as lucky as my condition. Yeah, so from that I'm started growing my empathy much more, and then seeing also all the condition and situation, and try to digest it in myself, like what can I do to help them, and yeah, how can I just like make their life better, not to change their life, but at least yeah, they have like a better life. Yeah, yeah, start from that kind of thoughts, that little thoughts of them. And yeah, actually that's also what drives Banu up until now, because we are focusing on the small scale fish farmers, because we know that there's a lot of aquaculture players in Indonesia, but like maybe 70% is dominated by the big scale. Yeah, so maybe that's quite hard for the small scale, and if no one helping them, so who will? Yeah, yeah, from that kind of thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so having a huge mission, a big mission in front of you, it's also very helpful, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, and also I must say that you are almost unique person in Indonesian LinkedIn, because I do it my kind of my research when I try to find interesting women. I start with LinkedIn, and when I put kind of keywords into LinkedIn regarding Indonesia and agriculture technologies, it was completely male dominated. It was like 100% male dominated, and then on the last
Yeah.
page probably I saw your profile. So I think,
Oh
okay, yeah,
wow!
it's a huge win
So
for
that's
me.
how you found me.
Yes, exactly, because I must say that, and that's why I'm focusing more on women who are living not in, for example, the United States or in Canada, because if you will put these like keywords in LinkedIn, you will see
Mhm,
that there are quite a lot of women who are working with the in startups or in
mhm,
companies, and they are working agriculture. But I understand that yes, they also work in a male dominated industry and they are still under the pressure. But
yeah.
since I was born also in developing country, it's called Ukraine, and
Mm,
also I understand that in these countries the pressure on women is even higher than, for example, in developed countries. That's why I
mhm,
want to give a stage for and help to hear the voice of women who live in other countries, not just the kind of first class world, and everyone will know the problems of these
mhm.
people as well. So that's why I found you, and I am happy that you are here. That's why my question is
Wow.
uh, my question is about your good skills in digital. So
Wow.
how did you get them?
Not that really good, actually.
No, 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 don't say that.
um, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, actually, I've learned a lot in my previous organization.
Uh-huh.
It's called with ISEC. If you know,
It's
ISEC is
students
like,
organization, yeah?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an international organization, and I've joined at that organization like from my first year until my final year. So I've learned a lot
It was kind of
from
a job, a second job in parallel with your study, yeah?
yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Isaac has played an important role for my, yeah, all of what you said before, like, so I can have a lot of insight on my digital world, and
Mhm.
yeah, having a how to have a branding and the digital. But yeah, I think that's now become an important thing to have like digital skill, because we just don't uh, we don't mean to like show off, but yeah, that's how this digital world works, right?
Mhm.
For recently, yeah. So yeah, actually I'm typical of people that learning by doing. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And one small question about the students' organizations. I saw quite a lot of achievements in your again profile in LinkedIn. So, how did you get all this information about these competitions, about these memberships? Do you have any extra tips for other women just to be
Ah.
more effective in promotion of own profile and applying to different type of events?
Mhm, mhm. Yeah. Can I say that we actually can do everything in this digital era, because
Yes,
yeah,
you
we
can
can
say this.
find, yeah, yeah, like we can find any kind of information that we want. Yeah, that's for emphasize like that we want. So yeah, I've planned to join a competition, so I've started to search what kind of competition that happening around. Yeah, so that's how I found with some of the competition. And also in LinkedIn, I think there's a lot of people that share that kind of competition information. Yeah, because that's how LinkedIn just works to having some kind of achievement information, so people will look up to as well into the competition that they can have. But then for me, the most important thing is having a networking as well, because maybe some of the information actually just keep in some organization or some groups. So if we can have that network or that connection, we can have that information as well. So yeah, widening networking is very important as well in this era. So
Mhm.
that's how I'm getting of
Sorry,
the
it's
competition.
something in my computer. Yeah. Okay. And I think it will be maybe the final question, but I'm not sure because it's very interesting to chat with you.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's fine. That's fine. I can do
quite
it like
not enough
maybe
to
an
ask.
hour.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aliva. So, regarding your, as you say, you are finding these resources in, for example, LinkedIn or maybe Facebook or maybe I don't know what other popular social media networks do you use. But are there any profiles of specific people or organizations which you can say that, oh yes, they inspire me? So, or I like to read them. Maybe it's the kind of mentorship or coach or someone who gives you some positive energy and helps you to move further in your life.
Yeah, I used to remember that people said as well, like book is something after you're reading a book, like you can be someone new, like it's the brand new you. And it happens to me as well, because my first English book is Sheryl Sandberg.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, she's the CEO of Facebook, if I'm not wrong.
yes.
And I've read her book. It's called With LinkedIn, and
Mhm.
then yeah, I think that's how my positive life was started then, because of her books, and she just inspired me a lot. And yeah, she just like motivate me a lot to do some and bigger things in this life, because of we are a woman and we have the power. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And a final, maybe it will be related to your quite personal life, but do you have any hobby or other activity which also brings you to be happier in your life and gets more professional milestones even because of your personal achievements?
Yes, of course. For me, hobby is very important. Yeah, due to this kind of burdening workload, for me, having a hobby is very important. And my hobby is actually I very like to do hiking.
Oh.
And yeah, and also before the COVID-19 hits, like I've planned to do hiking in some mountains, but then COVID-19 hits, and it's very hard to get the permission for my parents, and also yeah for the government as well, because it's very restricted for now.
Mm-hmm.
And because like now we are working at home and also doing everything for home, I've changed my hobby into cooking. Yeah,
So maybe
because
soon you will be a food blogger, or I don't know, you will you will see this way as well.
wow, still I can get away for that. But yeah, I think after I my mom is always cooking, but then when I was at home, because yeah, I've just moved from my university
Uh-huh.
dorm to yeah my home. So yeah, I often like doing cooking instead of my mom. I prefer like yeah I can cook. So yeah,
So
sometimes it's like
what
become one of my stress relief. Yeah.
what type of cuisine are you cooking? Are you cooking traditional in Indonesian, or you are experimenting and just today we are cooking some Mexican, tomorrow some I don't know
Wow.
Russian.
It's just for Indonesian food actually,
Ah,
but if
okay.
we're talking about some experimental foods,
Uh-huh.
I always do that on kind of cakes or dessert. Yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
if it doesn't work, at least it still like tastes some sweet from the sugar, so that's
Uh-huh.
still fine.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I see that to be so happy in life, you need to be very. You have a lot of things to do in life, because as I see, you have so huge. Like, okay, if we are closed for COVID-19 lockdown, we will cook. If we will open, we will go to hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yes, and regarding in general, following this. Problems related to lockdown. So, how about your startup? And did you have this impact of lockdown and working from
Mhm,
home on your business? Because it's actually fisheries, and you can't
mhm.
bring them home into the flat or into the house.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah. So actually, in Banu, we are quite influenced by that
Uh-huh.
because actually in this beginning of the year of 2021, we have some plans to visit some of the fish farmers, but then the government regulation is always changing as well. Yeah, for now, it's still like quite hard
Mm-hmm.
for us to visiting all of them, but we've tried our best to still get in touch with the local fish farmers in Yogyakarta. It's where the Banu stays there,
Mm-hmm.
our office. Yeah, so we are still having catch up for some information for the fish farmers, especially in Yogyakarta, because if we're trying to reach out for the fish farmers outside Yogyakarta, it's quite hard. Yeah, due to this COVID-19.
Okay, but anyway, I hope that this vaccine and the overall direction of so many companies have already found the solution, at least to
Yes.
prevent further spreading of the
Mhm.
disease. Yes, we understand there are other types of this and mutations and other problems, but anyway, hopefully soon we
Mhm.
will get more
Yeah,
power and more permissions to go to our
yeah,
our
correct. Yeah.
places